Hello Aquarius, and welcome to your weekly reading here on the Astroflower, going from the 11th through to the 17th of March. Yes, loads of stuff that was going on in February for the Sun, and then when March turned up, the Sun just went, okay, stop all vibration coming to the Earth, and it's gone all quiet. Now, I think that quiet is going to last till around about between the 16th and the 21st. And in that quiet period, in that first 2.5 weeks of March, it's about preparing things, and we saw that in your weekly reading last week, and we saw it in the monthly readings as well, and then it kicks in. If you want to know about the Sun, auras, chakras, ley lines, earth energies, prana energies, vortexes, all of that sort of thing, you'll find on Cymatic TV. It's our sister channel. It's linked in the description below, and it'll also be linked at the end of around my head at the end of this reading. But it's it's being ready for that, and I think this week here is very important as well for you. In your monthly readings, you had the Wheel of Fortunes taking those first tentative steps into that vibration that's going to be kicking in, and when it does kick in, that's when you've got to start running, and that's where the Wheel of Fortune comes into play. You had the Hangman with it as well. Well, now the Hangman is seeing things differently, so I think this is where you take these first tentative steps to your future. I've got the Wheel of Fortune at the bottom of the pack there. It's taking, within your relationship side, it's getting ready, it's seeing things differently, so you can actually work out your pathway, that once things start kicking off, how do you explore your fun? I've just shuffled them, and look, come up with that again. So yeah. So getting ready, I think, is really important this week. And this could be on your spiritual path, relationships, emotions, whatever it is. It could be on multitudes of sort of different ways. On your financial side, because it's coming into, you're heading towards your dreams and your aspirations of what you want for this year after your birthday season. Here you have this Seven of Cups and you have the Knight of Pentacles. It is getting on with the path. And this is where it could tie in your patience and waiting for the energy to kick back in. As I said, that will be coming through, I think, in between the 16th and the 21st of March. You know, doing all the little stuff, but concentrating on the longer term plan on your financial side, and also concentrating on the things that make you feel good about doing it. Yeah. On your overall energies, you had the Empress card and the Queen of Wands. So there's a lot of new stuff that's coming in here, and it's going to be, once the energy does come in, I think you're going to be very taken in lots of different areas in your personal life and in your financial life. You're going to be very occupied, so it's very good now to use this week here just to clarify things before things really start kicking in. Let's just see what's going on with your reading anyway. The overall energies here, the karmic message for your relationship side, karmic message for your financial side, influence from the universe, influence from your past self, future self, and the general outcome. Okay, let's just see what's going on here. King of Swords. Yeah, the overall energy here is sort of saying to you, and it's it's a very good card for you, Aquarius. It's like following the just plan, the wise plan, the wisdom that is within you, following that. And I think the universe is drip feeding you this wisdom and this justice that is within you, not only on your financial side but also on your relationship side here. I think it's helping you to see that sort of that judgment between one side and another, what you should be doing, how to position yourself more than anything else, and getting ready for when the energy kicks in. I think the overall energy is really drip feeding you with this. On your karmic path here, is it returning nightmares on your karmic path? No, I don't think so. I do think there's complications when we try and position ourselves. There is no doubt about that, because we're dealing with everybody else that is around us. But here, I think, is what it's saying to you here is, on your karmic path here, is to position yourself so you eliminate that. You eliminate this repetitive nightmare. You don't walk into the same trap every time. And you reduce all of that stress and strain in your life. And I think it's in your karmic path here, on your relationship side, because you had the Hangman to see things slightly differently. I think this is what you've got to see things differently, so so you don't get involved in that Nine of Swords scenario. The universe is giving you the Five of Swords. A lot of people have been getting these cards, I've got to say. So you're not on your own here. And the Five of Swords here is about defining a direction for you to take and taking you away from anything that is toxic or destructive to you. And I think that's what ties in on your karmic path here. And I think the universe here is sort of saying to you, is giving you a clear indication of the things around you that are toxic, that are not good in your own personal life. And it could be releasing those toxins through fasting, through I know Ramadan's coming up, and if anybody follows sort of like the Muslim religion, this could be a really good way of clarifying your direction and getting those toxins out of you. But you can also do this on an emotional sort of level within your relationships around you. Just not putting up with the pettiness and not getting involved in it. And I think that's what's going to take you away from the Nine of Swords. Yeah, your life is built upon happiness. I've seen how you've positioned yourself over the last 18 months, Aquarius, and it has been beautiful to see. A masterclass in positioning. It really has. But the whole time in the background, and this is what I think, this is what this comes from, the whole time in the background, it's like you've got a child, and the child sort of says, can I play with this? And they're not allowed to play with that. And you sort of like, they're only small, 3-year-old, and you give them that sort of, no, we don't play around with the electricity plugs, and that person's going to remember that. And it's like, but you're joking, and there's a sort of wry smile in your eyes, and kind of going, oh, I'm only joking, just don't play with the electricity, no, it's not good for you, that sort of thing. There's always that happiness that is the driving force behind your positioning, and I think you should recognize that within you when you're dealing with this Nine of Swords, so it keeps it as lightweight as possible, basically. Yeah, it is going to start kicking off, as I said, between the 16th and the 21st. Now this reading here goes up to the 17th, and I think this is where it's starting to kick off for you, and this is where the Chariot comes into play. It's very metaphysical. It's a spiritual journey as well that you're going on here, and it's starting to kick in. This is what that Wheel of Fortune is all about. Seeing things differently, allowing your sun to obliterate that, and that will take you, because you choose a direction, or you're taking that direction, which is to do with that King of Swords. You're taking that direction away from that Nine of Swords, and it's going to go so much quicker than you think once you start doing it. And then you get the King of the Wands out the top, owning it, really sitting in your power here. And it is beautiful. It is really, really beautiful. You're eliminating some situations within your personal life that it's just going to be so good to get rid of. It's like finally you've got that, a neighbour that doesn't correspond to you, that moves. And you kind of go, oh, great to get rid of that neighbour. You know what I mean? And, I'm not saying that neighbour is nasty or anything like that. It's just that you two are probably not meant to be together. I'm nobody's judge here, But, it's that sort of like feeling kind of yes sort of scenario. This is what comes out of this positioning for you. And it works really, really well. On your financial side, you get the Nine of Pentacles. How contradictory is this? And I've seen this a lot in all the readings, that either it's working really well on one side and really bad on the other. Not that it's working bad on the other side, but we can see this on your karmic path. We've got 2 9s here. 9 is the pinnacle number for me. 1 times 9 is 9, 2 times 9 is 18, that's 1 and 8, that's 9. 27, which is 3 times 9, 2 and 7, it's 9. It's always 9, always comes back to 9. Even when you multiply or divide or whatever, always comes back at 9. And here on your karmic path here, and this is where you've got the Knight of Pentacles and the 7 of Cups. This here is sort of saying, as your results start coming in, be careful not to harvest the fruit that are not ripe yet. Only take the ones that are ripe. And this is I think it's on your karmic path to learn this, to know this, to, you know, be very patient with your rewards and stuff like that. But it's also, it's allowing you to open doors through communicating, maybe through another business, and sort of saying, oh, look, we're working on this product here, try this out, see what you think. And they kind of go, oh yeah, it's good. So then they order a load up, but, you know, rather than go to them sort of saying, kind of going, oh, look, this is really cheap, you know, do you want to buy 250 of them, without them even knowing it. This is what I'm sort of saying here, you know, don't seize on the sale, don't try and, you know, get that fruit before it's ripe, because it may just go rotten within the box as you're waiting for it to ripen up. And I think that's a real lesson, a learning here. You get the Emperor card on your influence in the universe. It is the universe here is sort of saying you have control here. You have control over the physical and material world that is around you. It is up to you to decide what you take and what you leave to ripen, to further grow. Noticing what's worth it, what fruit is actually worth it for you. And the universe here is sort of saying, you've got this, Aquarius, own it, own it. This card was actually flipped up the other way, and I was just pulling it anyway because I thought it was the other, and it's the World card. From your past, yes, I think this is that Seven of Cups and that Knight of Pentacles thing about that, what's happening in your monthly. If you want to see your monthly, you'll find it on our channel. The World card has everything, has all the elements with it. Everything is possible here, and I think where you're coming from here, yes, there are huge possibilities within your financial rewards here, and it's up to you to engage in it. But this World card here is you're moving from preparing for it or planning for it, and now starting to get on and doing the small little things that you need to do so you can get the best results out of it. And I think this is like it's sort of saying you're moved now from one dimension to another. You've got that job, or you've applied for that job, and now it's a case of stepping into that job. It's a case of developing your business or your project. Now it's doing the first little steps here in it. In your future self, you get the Five of Cups. Don't look to the past, look to the future. Yes, we've all had businesses, jobs, projects that didn't work out as we perfectly wanted them to work out. I think we've all been there. I think you've been there at some point. And I think you've got to use that disappointment there to focus on those two cups, which is just behind him. And you've got to focus on the joy of what it's going to bring. Because you do have the Star card here in the following week. And I think this is where you're really connecting to your ultimate ambitions and dreams, basically. And it does come out very well, but you've got to be strong and true to who you are and what you want. And I think this week here is doing the little things, which is going to, like, almost creating the foundations of those ambitions, is going to give you a sturdy ground to work upon, to build upon for your coming future. Yeah, you get the Four of Pentacles. You know, as I said, I don't think it's a case of running off in the direction at the moment. I think, or running from pillar to post. I think here with the Four of Pentacles, I think what you're understanding in this week here, what comes out of it is, I'm not going to give away my money cheaply. I'm not going to give my time away, my energy away, my emotions within the physical world. You know, I'm only going to invest what is good for me. And it could be a case that you're holding on too tightly. It could be a case that you're holding on to too much disappointment in the past. That's very possible for some of you. And if you are, I think it's being detrimental to you. But if you've got that capacity to sort of say, okay, yeah, in the past it didn't work nice, it didn't work in a good way there or there or there, and I've learned a lot from that, and as I go forward, I'm not going to get caught by that again. Therefore, I'm going to hold on to things, and I'm not going to invest in things which puts me in that situation which makes me feel disappointed. You know, that's where I think the Four of Pentacles really helps you out. Really helps you to make good strides going forward. Let's just see what's going on in the clarification with the Light Seers card. They've got the Knight of Cups that want to come out. So obviously there's some sort of offering coming in here for you. Let's just sort of saying see where it comes out. Yeah, with the Knight, with the King of Swords, you get the Page of Pentacles. I think this is a learning curve about your physical environment here, especially with the King of Wands and the Emperor card on there. I think you're learning about what seeds you grow, how the timing of things, and following that path and being dedicated to that path. I think dedicated to your success, dedicated to your well-being emotionally and everything like that, and learning about what you really need to do to cultivate the best results in your life. I think the overall energy is really putting into you. With the Nine of Swords, you get the Two of Swords. This is a choice. You're either going to live in perpetual nightmare, I wouldn't if I was you, or you make that choice to break yourself free. And once you do, just making that choice within you, all of a sudden it's going to lift the weight off your shoulders. And then with that weight that comes off your shoulders, that's when you're going to allow the sunshine through and things can move on very quickly. It's a decision you need to make on your relationship side here. Queen of Swords. I thought you had the Queen of Swords out. No, you got the King of Swords. So this is about divine counterparts. The Queen of Swords is a Libran card. And the universe here is saying, there is a direction for you to take, right? That is obvious and just and wise to take. And the universe here is sort of saying, but you have to be part of it. You have to make that decision. And that's what the Queen of Swords is doing here. You're making that decision to follow that King of Swords, to follow that overall energy. And when you do that, it's going to take you away from anything that might be toxic in your life. And it's not going to cause you any stress and strains because she has a control over her emotions with that heart there down below. And the universe is making it blatantly obvious. I think it's not allowing you to get away with it, cheaply as it were. Let's see what's going on with the Sun. Healing, Four of Wands, Four of Swords. Yes, I think this is, I think your happiness or your eternal happiness, you know, the eternal sunshine in your life is that guiding star which brings you always solace and healing in a matter. So turning a moment from something that could be quite serious into something that jovial because you want the happy stuff, I think is going to bring you a lot of satisfaction and healing and the sensation of feeling at one with yourself. Okay? With the Chariot card you get the Moon. I think it's only going to go as quickly here. This is a sort of thing on sort of here because there's a choice to be made here on your karmic path here. If you make that choice, it will dissipate everything that is hidden from you, and I think it will bring that sort of thing, the toxicity, to the surface, so you can really nip it in the bud and get it out of your life. It will bring things to the surface very, very quickly. If you don't make that choice, I think it's going to slow down your movement. I think it's because it's going to be difficult to see where you should be going and what you should be doing. So yeah, I think here, I think it's all down to that choice, depending on how that choice you make of how you actually progress your life going forward. With the King of Wands, you get the King of Swords again. Yeah, I think it's within you. I think the power is within you, Aquarius. You can literally, you can be the captain of your own destination here in regards to your relationships, family, friends, community, your spiritual path, whatever it is. You are the captain of your destination, and it's owning it. It's really knowing it. And I think once you know it, I think that's when the wisdom comes through and really helps you out to make that choice and just go ahead and lead and be that leader in your life. With the Nine of Pentacles, you get the Three of Cups. That is what those Three of Cups there are about. Those Three of Cups there that are spent there, right, are being replaced by these Three of Cups here. And this is where you've got to choose them. You know, you've got to be wary about how you pluck that fruit. And that fruit could be being wary about how you engage in certain people in your life. How you know, you're going to not have that disappointment. So that's where the Four of Pentacles comes into play here. With the Three of Cups here, it's knowing when to be involved in the celebration and to celebrate, and when to walk away, basically. With, with the owning it. The universe here is giving you the Emperor card, owning your sort of direction, your physical environment, and that's what the, you know, Nine of Pentacles again. I think here, once you own your environment, it's going to help you to have a complete control over the success. And success is much better with a steady climb than because as quick as it goes up, as quick as it can go down. And I think this is a much more constructive, steady flow for you. The World card from your past. It might be things that you didn't deal with in the past that come up. So it could be a case of a long-term debt or something like that you've forgotten about in the past. And it's affecting how you really make bold strides going forward here. So I would arrange anything that you possibly can in regards to the past that may cause that disappointment in your future self. And I think that's more of a worry than an actual real disappointment than anything else. And I think you've got to, yeah, you get the Four of Pentacles again up on that side as well. It's twice you get the Nine of Swords, sorry. Twice you got the King of Swords. You know, this is what that disappointment's all about. It's teaching you not to give away your stuff too cheaply. Do not give away your information. Do not give away your time, effort, your energy, all of that sort of thing. What is it going to lead to? That's what I want to know. Queen of Pentacles, complete and utter abundance and reassurance as the tree of life just feeds you permanently, which is what the Nine of Pentacles is all about. That is the tree of life, really, in its early stages. And it gives birth to something completely new. An opportunity here, a real opportunity for you to be the best example of yourself, be very strong and courageous about taking your financial life to the next level. Really building it up here, giving birth to something that's coming from you more than anything else, Aquarius. Yeah, there you go. Get ready for that energy as it comes through between the 16th and the 21st of March. You heard it here first. Go and hear it on Cymatic TV, because I'm doing solar activity prediction, which no one really does. So I'm doing that at the moment. Yeah, so get ready for that. You know, so either you see that on Cymatic TV, either I see you over there or I'll see you here. Whatever it is, lovely to have you with us. I really do appreciate it. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.